Welcome to another demo. This one's Napoleon in the Total War universe.
My enemies are many. My equals are none. In the shade of olive trees, they said Italy could never be conquered. In the land of pharaohs and kings, they said Egypt could never be humbled. In the realm of forest and snow, they said Russia could never be tamed. Now they say nothing. They fear me, like a force of nature, a dealer in thunder and death. I say, I am Napoleon. I am Emperor.
Intense.
Burn it!
Napoleon. Alright, let's jump in and see what it's all about. I mean, I'm used to the Total War universe. Huh.
In Napoleon Total War, 3 turn-based campaigns follow the military exploits of the legendary general Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yes.
From his bold invasion of Italy to his fateful march on Moscow. Take command of his most famous battles, all fought in stunning real time, including Austerlitz, Trafalgar, Waterloo, and
Okay, so single player. Now, I'm sure we don't have access to. We have access to Ligny. The Battle of Ligny, 16th of June, 1815, effectively determined the outcome of Napoleon's 100-day return to power. Interesting.
As a military man, I must be realistic about Leipzig. Disloyalty was worse. I was glad to go to Elba, away from my self-seeking, mealy-mouthed turncoat marshals. But what is France without Napoleon? Now we march again. All of France in arms. Ney will hold Wellington, and I will deal a blow to that old windbag Blücher.
Looks like the battle difficulty.
As a military man, I must be realistic about Leipzig.
Okay.
Disloyalty was...
Let us see. Can we move? No.
June 16th, 1815. Blücher's forces have entrenched themselves in the towns along the Ligny stream. I have ordered Vandamme to take Saint-Armand and Saint-Amand-la-Haye on the left flank.
Got cannons.
In the center, Gérard has been given the task of taking Ligny. My right flank is protected by a strong contingent of cavalry. They are under orders to attack the Prussians left stationed around the town of Tongres. I must be careful of Blücher's reserves, a strong mix of cavalry and infantry. He is an old fox.
This is a lot of units to be given in a... They're already firing. This is too much.
So, one plan has failed. There are other plans.
Maybe we'll show off the tutorial. I think I could take a light mission, but that's a bit much. Do not have access to that. All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Siege of Toulon. Here, you will learn the basics of commanding an army on the battlefield. You have been given control of Napoleon's French army. Camped in and around this fort are your British enemies. Your task is to rout the British army from Toulon. Let's start by selecting your cannons. Left-click on the cannons, move your cursor over an enemy unit, and right-click your mouse to order your cannons to attack. Whilst you are shelling the enemy, practice raising and lowering the cannon by rolling the middle mouse button. Alternatively, you can use the Z or X keys. Keep up the pressure by firing your cannons at the enemy. As they take damage, they are wildly dangerous, and this will eventually make them run away. You have successfully routed an enemy unit. If you rout all enemy units from the battlefield, you will be victorious. You can use the W and S keys to move the camera backwards and forwards, and the A and D keys to strafe left and right. You can rotate the camera by clicking and holding the middle mouse button. Alternatively, you can use the Q and E keys. Try this now. Select a line infantry unit by left-clicking on the unit or left-clicking the unit card on the review panel at the bottom of the screen. You can double-click here to automatically pan the camera to the unit. Please select a line infantry unit.
Monsieur!
How do I stop him?
While enemy troops with broken morale can return to fight once they recover their resolve, these British troops have been shattered. Let them now left-click on the fire tool button on the review panel at the bottom of the screen. This unit will now automatically fire at enemy units within range of their muskets. Left-clicking this button again, now right-click on the locations indicated to order your units to advance forward. Alternatively, you can use the forward and backwards button at the bottom. If you right-click and drag at your chosen destination, you can determine the width, depth and orientation that your troops will form up in. You can also use the rotation and increase file and rank buttons at the bottom of the screen to adjust your unit's shape and orientation. Each unit has a set of special abilities which can be used during a battle. These abilities can be selected from the bottom of the screen and range from tactical formations to explosive shot types. A second wave of enemies are approaching. Keep your units behind this cover to give them an advantage over the enemy.
Infanterie d'élite! Garde révolutionnaire! Oui, monsieur. Retirez-vous! Monsieur! À portée de tir! Feu! Feu à volonté!
Are they out?
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. À portée de tir! Monsieur! Imbécile! Canon moyen!
Well, the cannons aren't firing. That's fire at will on. Well, there they go.
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres.
Alrighty, I think it's going alright.
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. À portée de tir!
Le canon est prêt, monsieur. Monsieur!
Start plugging away.
You have seriously reduced British numbers. Select one of your infantry units and click on the melee attack button. Now, mouse over an enemy unit and right-click to engage in melee. You can double-click to charge. These men will remain in melee mode whilst the button is selected. Click it again to disable melee mode and have your men fire on the enemy when next ordered to attack.
What's that gate
Napoleon
down?
has joined your ranks for the final push.
That's
Use Napoleon wisely and keep him protected. His presence in battle will strengthen the morale of nearby friendly units. Your general also has a set of special abilities, which include rally, the ability to boost the morale of your units within the general's radius for a short period of time, and inspire, the ability to increase a specific unit's morale, melee and accuracy abilities for a brief period of time. Both of these abilities are clearly indicated on the troops currently being affected by them. Use the commands you have just learned to rout the rest of the British Army.
Quels sont les ordres, monsieur?
Immédiatement! Bien reçu!
Garde révolutionnaire!
Oui, monsieur. Artillerie, au rapport.
hell yeah.
État-major des généraux, à vos ordres! Attaquez l'ennemi!
Into the breach, man! Ouvrez le feu!
État-major des généraux, à vos ordres!
Charge in there.
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. À vos ordres!
État-major des généraux! Ordre bien reçu!
Garde révolutionnaire! Oui, monsieur, tout de suite! Transpercez-les!
Charge in.
Canon moyen!
Feu!
You should have them.
Cessez l'attaque!
We got the enemy general.
Retreat!
Where are you gonna retreat to?
À portée de tir! Repliez-vous! Et en bon ordre, sergent, s'il vous plaît!
Victory, baby. I've always liked these type of games. Always. Could learn the sea. Oh no, we're not eligible. Anyway, that's Napoleon Total War. I like it, and I do like the world dynamics of cannon and musket. If you like it, it's available at Steam. This is early access demo. Dreadfell out.